to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes. They gonna take it.
This is what we got to tell.
I've been doing this.
I felt it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the best fantasy show in the world. That is my show, FFC. I'm your host, Coach. Welcome back. I'm glad you beautiful people have returned, and we have a wonderful show for you guys today. I'm a little festive for today's festivities. Yes, sir. I have become the enemy. That's right. I'm throwing flags all day. Luckily, I can't find my flag. That's the funny thing. But boy, I've been throwing flags all day today. That's right. It's flag throwing day. I hope you guys have a happy and safe Halloween. Get lots of candy. Don't spoil yourselves, but enjoy yourselves. What am I looking for? Where are my notes? Enjoy the kiddos. Enjoy those wonderful costumes. Have a wonderful, safe Halloween. It's going to be a great day today. Weather is beautiful. Kids are ready for the costumes as soon as they get out of school. So it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful day. We got Thursday night football at the same time. So that's an added plus, right? Let's see. Who we have. Did they not? Man, I hate when they don't update anything. Oh well, we have other updates. That's fine. We got some parlay picks to do today as well. All right, so we got Houston Jets Thursday night football. Ugh, that's an ugly game. Oh God, I don't want no piece of that game. My goodness, I don't think I want anything. Oh man, I might not. Tank Dell might have to stay on the bench this week. I can't do it. I know he had a nice little game last week, but I'm okay with who I got starting this week. Let's see. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's team doing? How's everybody's records doing? Hopefully we got some good wins. Hopefully we don't have a lot of Teddy. Teddy been living in 14th place most of the season so far at 1-6. Hopefully we can get him a couple more. His roster is so bad. You can't blame it on 30 seconds this time, Teddy. 30 seconds, they do that to you. Oh, man. Okay, so we do have some rankings for starting and sitting this week. We also have some NFL and fantasy news. Any updates that we have in fantasy that we can share with the world. Let me see if I can find anything right now. Any sleepers? Those are always important. If we can find any week 9 sleepers. That's probably hard. Harder than finding $1 on the street at this point in time because there's nothing out there. There's nothing out there. All right, so what we can do, we got some buy low and sell high trades for after. Oh no, that was after week 7. That's late. There we go. All right, so we have some rankings of all these positions that we can now go over because now we have we're halfway through the season. So we have some we have some proper rankings as it would pertain to quarterbacks, running backs, tight ends, and receivers. So we'll go through our running backs first, our running back rankings. Let me update my ticker. All right, so for up to week 8, the quarterbacks that are ranked right now, we have Jalen Hurts at number 1, Josh Allen at number 2. I'll take that. Lamar Jackson at number 3, Jordan Love at number 4. Joe Burrow at number 5. He pushed himself after a few games. Yep. Sam Darnold number 6. I feel like those numbers are actually dropping. Kyler Murray number 7. C.J. Stroud number 8. Jared Goff number 9. Geno Smith number 10. Caleb Williams is number 11. Let's see. Kirk Cousins number 12. Brock Purdy at 13. Let's see. Patrick Mahomes is 14. His numbers have been really low this year. But there's 7-0 now, 6-7-0. Don't knock what's working. Dak Prescott number 15. Anthony Richardson 16. Baker Mayfield 17. Tua Tagovailoa 18. Russell Wilson 19. I feel like this ranking is off because I wonder if they're doing this by the week. Yeah, I think they're doing it by the week. I don't think that's correct ranking. I'm over here just reading off names. I don't think they did it right, like what I'm looking for. Because there's no way. Yeah, I think they're ranking them by the week. Man. Let me see. It's like I hate certain people that I follow because they post. It's like they start off right, like, oh yeah, I can use you for my show. And then it just like it gets to a part of the season where it's just like maybe they're not getting enough views for themselves, so they just kind of like stop. But that hurts me because it's like I had those numbers were perfect for me to use, and now I can't. No, I have to. So no. There's nothing to update, no news or anything to update. So let us go through our start and sits for the week. That's what's more important to get you guys ready for week 9. All right, so quarterbacks to start and sit for week 9. Again, we do have Jalen Hurts at Jacksonville. That is a start. Josh Allen at Miami is a start. Lamar Jackson at Denver is a start because he's a random quarterback. So no matter what, Lamar Jackson is going to get his numbers. Jaden Daniels at New York, the Giants, that's a start. Joe Burrow against the Vegas Raiders is a start. Sam Darnold against Indiana is a start. They might even get I don't know, who is it? Flacco might put a hurting on them, boy, but Sam Darnold should still be fine. Kirk Cousins against Dallas is a start. Kyler Murray against Chicago is not a start. That Chicago defense is really good, people. I keep telling you. Patrick Mahomes against Tampa Bay is a start. Matthew Stafford against Seattle is a start. Jared Goff against Green Bay. Well, he didn't practice on Wednesday. We'll look at the rest of the week to see how practice goes for him because I don't think Jordan Love practiced either. So we'll keep an eye on them for now. They're both starts. Caleb Williams against Arizona is a start. Dak Prescott against Atlanta is not a start. Geno Smith against the Rams is not a start. Bo Nix against Baltimore is not a. No, you can start them. Okay, I'm not that big on. I think their run defense is still good, but I'm not that big on that secondary. And I think you can still throw. You can start Bo Nix against Baltimore. Baker Mayfield against Kansas City is not a start. Tua Tagovailoa against Buffalo is not a start. Jameis Winston against the Chargers, you can start them. Aaron Rodgers against Houston. He ain't played good football up to date, so I'm not starting him. Sorry. C.J. Stroud against the Jets, no. Jordan Love against Detroit. Again, if he practices all week, then yes. Trevor Lawrence against Philly, yeah, that secondary is beat up. They're not beat up, they're bad. Justin Herbert against Cleveland. Yeah. You can, because with everybody else being sat this week, you might have to. Joe Flacco against Minnesota is a start. Daniel Jones against Washington is not a start. But when I have Washington's defense, let's go. Flag on the plate. Ah! And bye weeks are Steelers and 49ers. All right, so those are our quarterbacks for starters and sits. All right, next we have our running backs. Alvin Kamara against Carolina is a definite start. Kyren Williams against Seattle is a start. Saquon Barkley against Jacksonville is a start. Bijan Robinson against Devon Achane is a start. Let's see here. Joe Mixon against the Jets is a start. Derrick Henry against Denver is a start. Kenneth Walker against the Rams is. Let me go look at the numbers of Kenneth Walker. Let's see here. Fantasy football scoring leaders. All right, Kenneth Walker. All right, so against Buffalo, he had 8. He didn't play in week 2 or 3. He hasn't really played. I think he'll be fine. Buffalo's a tough defense, so I think he'll be fine against the Chargers. Let me see something else. Look at the Chargers defense. All right, Chargers defense. Oh, no bueno. All right, let's check out something else. Chargers defense. Against the run. Third part of the season compared to season ago, big emphasis coming into the year. I had a feeling they did have a decent front. I am going to be weary about Kenneth Walker in this game. I'll be a little bit weary about him. I'm not going to say don't start him if that's all you have. You're going to have to. If you can flex him and put something else in there, you may have to. But if you got to ride with him, you got to ride with him. But for me right now against the Chargers, I'm actually going to say no, not to start Kenneth Walker. Aaron Jones against Indiana, yes. DeAndre Swift against Arizona, yes. Jonathan Taylor against Minnesota, yes. Jahmyr Gibbs against Green Bay, yes. Kareem Hunt against Tampa Bay, yes. Breece Hall against Houston, yes. James Cook against Miami, that's a start. James Conner against Chicago is a start. Brian Robinson Jr. against the Giants is a start. Tony Pollard against New England is a start. J.K. Dobbins against Cleveland is a start. Josh Jacobs against Detroit is a start. David Montgomery against Green Bay is a start. Chuba Hubbard against New Orleans is a start. Ramondre Stevenson against Tennessee is a start. Nick Chubb against against the Chargers is a start. Yeah. I'm tripping. Kenneth Walker's playing the Rams. Yeah, you can start Kenneth Walker. I looked at that so wrong. Kenneth Walker, you just start against the Rams. Absolutely. That Rams defense, their run defense isn't good for them. It's the Chargers that have a better run defense. However, it's Nick Chubb. I like Nick Chubb against the Chargers defense. Tyrone Tracy against Washington, nope. Chase Brown against the Vegas Raiders, yes. I just don't know about his touches. So I mean, it's a more of a flex option. Alexander Madison against Cincinnati. No. Travis Etienne against Philly. No. Tank Bigsby against Philly. Yes. John Vontae Williams against Baltimore. No. Rashad White against Kansas City. No. Rico Dowdle against Atlanta. No. Jack Moss against the Vegas Raiders. I mean, splitting carries with Chase Brown, that's what you got to deal with. So they're both flex options or they're both don't starts. Bucky Irving against Kansas City, no. Austin Eckler against the Giants, no. Raheem Mostert against Buffalo, no. Tyler Algier against Dallas, yes. Tajay Spears, questionable against New England, no. Zach Kaepernick against the Rams, he's a flex option. Rashad Johnson, so that's a yes. Rashad Johnson against Arizona, no. Ezekiel Elliott against Atlanta, no. Antonio Gibson against Tennessee in the flex. Jaleel McLaughlin against Baltimore, no. Miles Sanders against New Orleans, no. Justin Hill against Denver, no. Devin Singletary against Washington, no. Braylon Allen against Houston, no. Keandre Miller against Cardinals, no. Jerome Ford against the Chargers, no. And Carson Steele against Tampa Bay, no. All right, wide receivers are up next. Let's see. We got CeeDee Lamb against Atlanta is a start. He's about the only target receiver there, so you have to start him. Justin Jefferson against Indiana, yes, I'm about to say no, is a start. Jamar Chase against the Vegas Raiders is a start. Malik Neighbors against Washington is a start. Amon-Ra St. Brown against Green Bay is a start. A.J. Brown against Jacksonville is a start. Tyreek Hill against Buffalo is a start. Drake London against Dallas is a start. Puka Nacua against Seattle and Cooper Kupp against Seattle are starts. T. Higgins, who is questionable, so pay attention to the questionable tag if he practices this week. But if he starts, if he plays, he's a start against the Raiders. Terry McLaurin is a start against the Giants. Chris Olave is a start against Carolina. DK Metcalf has a questionable tag, but if he is playing, he's a start against the Rams. He owns the Rams, to be quite honest with you. I think he does. Garrett Wilson against Houston he's a start. It's not that, I mean, you can pass on Houston's defense. I just don't know about them, the players with their quarterback. So based on skill, talent, and the player, the player's a start. Darnell Mooney is a start against Dallas. Devontae Smith is a start against Jacksonville. DJ Moore, he's a start against Arizona. Is he gonna get the rock? I don't know. Jalen Reed is a start against Detroit, even though I need him to pick it up. Devontae Adams is a start against Houston. Cortland Sutton is a start against. Yeah, you start Cortland Sutton against Baltimore. Before I talk too much, let's see what Sutton has done. All of a sudden, huh? Let's see. What is the ugliest numbers from a receiver I've ever seen? That is so good. But if you have him on your roster, you have to start him. He's like you drafted him at a point where I don't think you really have a choice. Scorpio, what's good, my guy? How we doing? We just going over starting sits right now. Getting you guys ready for the week. We got a game tonight. We got a Sunday. We got some good football coming on Sunday. I don't know about tonight's game. Houston and that's what they gave us on Thursday night was Houston and the Jets. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see. Jets ain't looking good at all. Rodgers looking old, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's see here. What we got? All right, Marvin Harrison Jr. against Chicago is not a start. Tank Dell against the Jets is not a start. Jalen Waddle against Buffalo is a start. Ladd McConkey is the start against Cleveland. Zay Flowers is a start against Denver. Jackson Smith-Njigba is a start against the Rams. Josh Downs is a start against Minnesota. Xavier Worthy is a start against Tampa Bay. Deontay Johnson is definitely a start against Denver. Michael Pittman Jr. is a start against Minnesota. Jacoby Myers is not a start against Cincinnati. Calvin Ridley is not a start against New England. Y'all keep boasting this man up, talking about target value. Let me go look at what his target value was last week. I love how y'all love slipping Calvin Ridley in there like he's somebody. And he got a questionable tag. It took 15 targets and 10 receptions for a 143-yard game for him to get 22 points. He didn't get a touchdown. You understand that? He didn't even get a... Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead, because guess what? Y'all didn't listen to me about Stephon Diggs, right? And look at half of y'all now. So you go ahead. I'm not going to say nothing. Go ahead. Enjoy Calvin Ridley. I'm when he takes you all to the Super Bowl, I want to be there. I want to be there. I want to be there for every single last one of y'all to see. See, Coach, I told you Calvin Ridley was the man. Yeah. I'll be right here with this shirt and this whistle. I promise you. I'll be right here waiting. Y'all get hyped over that overfeeding. You get hyped over that. Go ahead. 100. Think about that now. 143 yards. And you didn't even get a touchdown. 15 targets, man. 15 targets. Got 10 receptions. But you couldn't get a touchdown out of none of that. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. Y'all believe in that hype. Go ahead. Y'all licking y'all chops at the wonderfulness of Calvin Ridley. And I 100% am going to guarantee you in week 9, he most likely will be a donkey. On Coach's list. I promise you. Y'all go ahead and let Calvin Ridley fool you. Go ahead, believe in it. You did it with Diggs. You did it with Diggs. Again, I'm waiting for one of you to come on my show and look me in the face and tell me you want a championship because of Stephon Diggs. Please, I'm begging for at least I want one person. That one person will hold the voice for thousands. And I will shut up. But until I get one person to come on this show and tell me to my face that they won a championship because of Stephon Diggs, meaning you telling me Stephon Diggs had 100 yards, 80 yards, something that gave you numbers in your receiving bracket that allowed you to win and win and win. And I mean, not the regular season. I'm talking about a playoff game after a playoff game with Stephon Diggs, because he was just tearing it up at the end of the season, which he never does because he's always a no-show. And in your playoffs, which he never does, because by the time the playoffs and the fantasy football Super Bowl start, it's cold outside. He can't catch. So please, one person can be the voice of many. And I will shut up about Stephon Diggs, but until that time comes, every single person that drafts that fool on their roster, I'm laughing at you. You have Stephon Diggs on your roster from any time of his career to now, where he can't play no more because he got a torn ACL. Again, Stephon Diggs ain't doing it for you at the end. Not even at the end. You get Stephon Diggs numbers from week 1 to week 8, and that's it. That's all you're gonna get. I'm telling you, because when November comes and that temperature drops, it's over. Go look, please. And now you got a Stephon Diggs with no ACL. Well, watch this. I bet you nobody drafts Stephon Diggs next year. No, y'all don't want him now, right? He won now that ACL done took him out. He already done gave you problems up to date that I've warned you about time after time after time again. But here we are. And you people are about to do the same exact thing because Calvin Ridley gave you 22 points. 15 receptions, 15 targets, 10 receptions, 143 yards in a loss, and no touchdown. You couldn't get in the end zone? All that work. The end zone just wasn't the end game for you? Fantasy numbers, right? I'll take Cade Otton's little 8-9 receptions for his little 82 yards and 2 touchdowns. I'll take that. I love that. Absolutely. I'll take Kyren Williams with barely any receptions and about a touchdown or 2 a game. I'll take that too. Absolutely. Doesn't bother me. Everybody on my list scores touchdowns. Anybody pay attention to that? You look at coach's roster, right? Brian Thomas, Josh Allen, Jalen Reed, Darnell Mooney, Cade Otton, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kyren Williams. What do they all do? One specific thing. They all do one specific thing for Coach. This is why Coach, though he's number 2 in the league at 5-3 on a 3-game winning streak, he is number 1 in points at 1,026 by a 50-point margin, may I add you. I don't just win. I'm going to kick your behind. All of my players score points. I don't have a Stephon Diggs. I don't have a Justin Jefferson. I don't have a Chase. I don't have a Jaden Daniels. I don't have a Breece Hall. I don't have a Bijan Robinson. I don't have a Kelsey. I don't have a Kittle. I don't have a McCaffrey. I don't have none of them. I don't have none of them. None of them. I just gave you the list of everybody I got. Every receiver that I have came in the 7th and 8th and passed them rounds. All of them. Y'all didn't want him. I told you all since the summer about Darnell Mooney. You didn't want him. I told you all about since last year about Jaden Reed. You didn't want him. Told you all Tank Dell gonna get right after that injury. He's gonna give you a little scared, but he'll be right. You didn't want him. So I took them all. What did you think I was telling you for? For poops and giggles? I'm telling you all this information so I don't take them from you. You didn't want to listen to me. I come on this show for one purpose and one purpose. I told these people I didn't want to play. I did. I swear to you, I did. 5-3. Didn't make one trade. Made a couple of drops. Made a couple pickups. You know who that drop was? Kyle Pitts. You know who that pickup was? Cade Otton. Oh, and Ricky Parcell. Come on now. I do this. This fantasy lives in here. You know why? Because since the days of a small boy, I would fantasize about what my team would be like. I would play Madden and create my own roster, wouldn't I? Yeah. All y'all sitting here playing around with the same boring roster. No, I want to see what it's like having these types of people on my team together. And then guess what? I found out fantasy football was real. And then my brain never stopped. So again, you all want to sit here and tell me that Calvin Ridley is that guy just because in week 2 he had 24 points. And by the way, that was his only touchdown. And in week 8, he had 22 points. Oh, because you think the back half of his schedule is easy. Y'all have no idea how bad those Tennessee Titans are, do you? Ooh, okay. Because I need to understand from weeks 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. Where was Calvin Ridley? 3 catches for 50, 1 catch for 9, 1 catch for 5, 0. But he had 0 against Indiana. 0. That defense isn't even good. And he had 0 catches in that game. 3 against Buffalo. That's actually a formidable defense. They've actually been taking out everybody. But you think because you caught 10 catches against against Detroit, that Calvin Ridley is supposed to be something. Okay, well, hey, a force-fed receiver is a force-fed receiver. And if that's what you need to win fantasy football game, enjoy that. None of my receivers are force-fed, by the way. None of them 5, 7 catches. But, they're 23-yard increments, 50-yard increments, to the house increments. You see what I'm saying? But Calvin Ridley, right? Okay. Hey, coach will be right here waiting for that guy that Calvin Ridley took him all the way to the Super Bowl. I'll be right here waiting because you're going to come on my show and we're going to have it's going to be Calvin Ridley Day. Because if he don't, oh, boy. Don't let Coach have what he wants at the end of the season. That's the one thing we can't have. Because there will be a show dedicated to I told you so. Oh, Coach going to be. I'm a petty man. I want you guys to understand I'm very petty. That's why I play fantasy football. Why else would I not play? Come on now. It's a petty sport. Thank you. Thank you, Scorpio. He knows. You know why? Because Scorpio got a roster. That's why. Let's see here. Sam, how we doing, my boy? Let's see here. I have TJ Hawk, okay, Jake Ferd, and Cade. I'm thinking of dropping Jake. What do you think? If you can trade first. Now, if you're not a trader like Coach, if you're a guy that's like, you know what, you're a waste, I can find better on the wire, do your job. If you feel you can give value for Ferguson with someone else on your roster and getting a little something back, maybe like a Darnell Mooney, if you don't have him, he's a low-end wide receiver. Don't nobody pay attention to him. You get him now, watch him take off. Because he's only been doing a little bit of work right now. Just a little bit. But watch him take off. So that's a good, if you want to get rid of Jake Ferguson and bring on what's his face? Darnell Mooney. I think there's another one I got for you. Let me see. He's falling off. Nah. I was going to say DeMario Douglas, but he's not getting, it's not him that's getting the targets. Let me see. Yeah, he vanished from the pay. Yeah, he vanished, bro. They even said he vanished. And Drake May, he's concussed. So Drake May not play. So no DeMario Douglas. He basically disappeared on the team. Who else can we get you for a low-end receiver that can do you some real work? Let's go take a look at that. Hold on, Coach got rid of him. I'm riddled with them on my roster. Give me 1 second. Let me check the phone real quick. They're riddled all over my roster. All right, so you could. You could go for a Tank Dell with that trade. Or let's see what's on our wire. That's a low end. Good pickup. Let's go with. Nah, there's not much out there. Maybe. Nah, he ain't gonna take that. He ain't gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. I'm trying to think, because I don't want you to just drop Jake if you can get value for Jake as well. See, there you go. Waiver wire. This thin. No one wants Jake. That's the problem. Jake ain't doing it like he was last year. Cowboys got fluky. So at this state in the season, you have 2 quarterbacks, or you just have one? Because this is where we probably just drop Jake for Bo Nix or somebody on the waiver wire for another quarterback, or drop him and leave that space vacant for a quick pickup if you need to. That's another option. You might just have to be dropped. Yeah, Jakey. But yeah, if you can't trade him, drop him. because he ain't doing nothing for you. He's a waste of space on your roster. You already got 2 good tight ends, so you don't need him at all. Should I trade Puka and Sam Darnold for Josh Jacobs and Jaden Daniels? Absolutely. Heck yeah. Full PPR, I have Najee and Pickens on the bench because of my bye week. Absolutely. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. You don't need. Here's why. Josh Jacobs has been my favorite since he went to Green Bay. I knew how beautiful this was going to be. I knew it. You want to know why? Because I know Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur is a run. You see all the passes that are going around in Green Bay. You want to know what's funny about that? Matt LaFleur is a run-first offense quarterback or coach. He can't run the offense the way he wants if he can't run the ball. You understand what I'm saying? Jordan Love sits in the pocket. You need a running back so your quarterback can sit in the pocket. Timing, right? Misdirection. Don't have 8 in the box because your running back can't run. You know, the reason why they're successful is because they have a very well-balanced offense because they're a run-first offense. And you can see in Josh Jacobs that literal exact thing. So you're getting rid of Sam Darnold, who's dropping. You're getting rid of Puka, which is actually what's giving you Josh Jacobs. And Jaden Daniels to me is just a sweet ticket if that because this is technically should be a 3 for 2. So if you're getting a 2 for 2, it's really a 1 for 3. It's a weird trade that actually benefits you because if he's taking the height of Sam Darnold right now, that's absolutely fine because that height is literally going to fall. And for you, that height for Jaden Daniels is not going to fall. It's going to increase and stay. So you won't have to worry about your numbers dropping, whereas Sam Darnold will real soon. I know they're losing and they're still putting numbers up, but eventually that's going to start to tether, especially if they lose to old man Flacco this weekend. Then it's going to hurt. That one's going to hurt, and then you're going to see a real bad decline in the Minnesota Vikings. So right now is the perfect time to cough up Sam Darnold and Puka. Get rid of Puka. You don't need them. Especially if you go receivers, and you snatch up Josh Jacobs, because that's scheduled for the rest of the season. It's real nice for Green Bay. I mean, I had Green Bay in the Super Bowl. I don't know if they're gonna do it because the Detroit Lions are looking real good right now, headed in that direction. And so it can be either or, but right now. It's still the best time to get Josh Jacobs. Absolutely. You're going to solidify yourself at running back. And with Jaden Daniels, you're going to have a quarterback. And I'm sure you already have another quarterback. Sam Darnold, I'm hoping, couldn't have been your only one. And with Najee playing as well as he is with Russell Wilson, Scorpio, we looking like we headed to the Super Bowl, baby. I'm liking it. So, yes, if that trade can happen, make that trade, please. Absolutely. Back to Sam. That's my problem. Oh, no, we already did that one. I could just keep him in case Hockenson doesn't do good. But you could, right? But here's my thing. You're going to wait a week to see. You're going to wait every week to see who plays good and who plays bad. Because sooner or later, you're going to make a decision. You got to ride with it, right? Is Jake Ferguson going to play better than the worst of TJ Hockenson? You see what I'm saying? If Jake's better is 8 to Hawkinson's worst of 5, even if you lost because you started Hawkinson and you would have won if you would have started Jake, you really think you would have made that decision based on those kind of points? No. So I started Cade Otton the game that Tampa Bay lost all their receivers, right? They had Cade Otton slated for 7 points that game. And at one point, he only had 9. Like, he was getting there, right? But it was like, and I was down 126, 117. He had Harrison Jr. playing as well. Mike Williams went down in the weirdest way. And I was like, ooh, is Cade Otton going to get the ball now? Yes, the hell he did. It's about target value, target share. Where are you in the chopping block of who gets the ball first. Cade Otton was like 5th on the list with all the weapons that they had, but the minute one person dropped, he slipped in because he has to replace one of them. So he went from 5 to 2, and now he went from 2 to 1 because he ain't got nobody. So you could keep all 3. Rock with Cade Otton right now. Just keep all 3 if they're not hurting your roster. Because no matter what, you still at least got something to drop to pick up, at the end of the day. And if it's not hurting your roster to keep 3 tight ends on your roster, then what is it? If you're right, if you have a really good season right now, if you're winning, if you're doing great, your issue right now is just deciphering between the tight ends. Well, one, we start Cade Otton because he's on a 2-game stretch, and they don't really have anybody else to throw the ball to, so you got to ride with Cade. And the other 2 can just sit on the bench till they show production that's worth them starting. That's about it. I got Antonio Gibson on my roster. Has he done anything? Yep. Every time I had to put him in once in the flex, I had to put him in once because Kyron was out. I had to put him in. He played back-to-back, actually. Kyron was out 1 week. Gibbs was out another week. So Gibson got some playing time for 2 weeks, and then he's not touched my starting roster since. I drafted Anthony. Oh. That one hurts my heart because you didn't know about Coach's show beforehand. You would have known that Coach doesn't like Anthony Richardson because boy's body can't stay right. He can't. He's been hurt for a season and a half, just about a season and a quarter. I don't say season and a half, season and a quarter, and now you got an attitude problem. You ain't been on the field long enough to play good football, and now you got an attitude problem because the defense is handling you and then you call for yourself to come. Nah, bro. I don't know what's going on with some of these newer quarterbacks, but I get it. You've been streaming. So yeah. You need a quarterback pronto. You need a quarterback pronto. Ooh-wee. So if you got Cade Otton, that's a set. But you need a quarterback. Yeah, you definitely need a quarterback. So hopefully this trade works for you to get Jaden Daniels. That's the big thing. Hopefully that trade works. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to go with. Push that trade as best you can to get. No, you need to push a trade so you can get another quarterback, Sam. Because you're rocking with Sam Darnold. Yeah, you need another quarterback. So you need to put together yourself a trade and find yourself another quarterback. You're not going to get one streaming. Yeah, you're not going to get one streaming. Yeah, you need to put together a package. You know what's funny? Buddy, you're going to have to cough up Cade Otton. Right now, with the 2 weeks that he's been on and the fact that he is the only target worth valuable on the Tampa Bay Bucks right now, you may need to trade Cade Otton with another player for a quarterback. That's what you might have to do. And then ride with Jake and Hawkinson the rest of the way. But at least you can get yourself. You got to get a quarterback. You got to get somebody. Let me see something. If he's available, we may have a sneaky pick for you. Okay, we have a sneaky pick. A sneaky pick. Nope, we don't have a sneaky pick because he's playing Kansas City this week. Never mind. I'm not giving you a quarterback that's playing Kansas City defense. Can't do that to you. I was gonna see if you could pick up Baker Mayfield off the wire, but you can't play Baker Mayfield against Kansas City's defense. You can rock with Sam Darnold this week. You can. Let me see. I think you can rock with Darnold one more week if you have to. If you can't make a trade, that's what you might have to rock with Darnold one more week. Let me see. He plays Sunday night. This dude hasn't thrown over 200 and he ain't even hit 280 yards. Ooh. Nah, he's gonna struggle against. Oh boy. It may have to be Sam Darnold if you cannot get a trade going. My advice is to get a trade for a quarterback if you can, using Cade Otton as the bait. He's the best bait you got right now. And make it a 2-for-1. You're gonna have to give him Cade Otton and another player. So hopefully you can get yourself a strong quarterback. Maybe you can get Goff. Maybe you can get Jordan Love. Maybe you can get let me see. Maybe you can get CJ Stroud. Maybe you can get Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams might be a better trade if that person has him on the bench, or maybe you can use that and get Bo Nix. I do like Bo Nix as well. Unless Bo Nix is on your waiver wire, go grab Bo Nix. And I like Bo Nix against the Ravens this weekend. Dylan, what's good? Let's see. Full PPR redraft. I received Kyler Murray, Jalen Waddle. I mixed up both of those middles. And Jake Ferguson. I sent Caleb Williams, Deontay Johnson, and Mark Andrews. Well, guy wants his Ravens. Smash accept. You received Kyler Murray, Jaden Waddle, and Jake Ferguson. No. Here's why. Caleb is playing better football than Kyler. Deontay Johnson is about to blow it up with Lamar Jackson. Jalen Waddle's numbers will not look good because it always has to be Hill first. And you'll live with Mark Andrews. This is not a trade for you to take. No, keep everything you got. Sorry, guy who wants everybody in the Ravens. That's a whistleblow. Can't blow the whistle. People sleeping in the house. But that's a whistleblow from Coach Ref. That's a no-no. George, what we got? Trade Amon-Ra for A.J. Brown. That's a straight up 1-for-1. I don't see why not. You're getting the same player, to be quite honest with you. They're both number one wide receivers. Here's one thing. There's a lot of more mouths to feed in Detroit. So if that's what you're doing because you feel like AJ's target share and value is a bit more than Amon-Ra right now due to the fact that there's more to share over there in Detroit than there is in Philly, then absolutely make the trade. Hey, guys, always remember, Coach giving you great advice, right? Go subscribe, go follow, share. Appreciate you. All right. Jay Smells, what we got, pimp? Do you think this is a winning team or should I work on another running back? Let's see. Where's your team? Thoughts on team to work on? Love, Neighbors, Metcalf, Olave, Puka, Brian Thomas Jr., Deontay Johnson, Trey McBride, Pitts, Hall, A-Chain, Pollard. This is your team? What's wrong with it? What how many running backs do you have? You need a running back. You can't rock with Tracy Pollard and Brooke. Hell no. Okay. So here's what we're gonna have to do. You, sir, may have to suffer and keep Pitts on your team. All right. We want a running back, right? Or is it McBride? Because Pitts is starting to do what he should have been doing when I had him, but that's fine. Let me see. I'm hoping both of their numbers are the same. Bet. All right, brother, you're in the best position possible. All right, Jay Mills. So this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna take McBride or Pitts, because you do have Breece Hall, but watch what we're gonna do. Take McBride or Pitts, right? Then you take either Neighbors or Metcalf or Olave, one or the other. Okay. And you throw in Tony Pollard. There's only one person we want. At this late stage in the season, there's only one person we want right now. Josh Jacobs, baby. 3 for 1 or 2 for 1 for Josh freaking Jacobs. You're giving that person Metcalf or Neighbors or Olave. You're giving that man McBride or Pitts. This is why them two have their numbers literally look really good right now. So you're giving up one and you get to keep one. You feel me? You're helping, but you're securing your upward way. You feel me? That's how we got to work it. And then you're throwing in Pollard. Throwing in the running back. One of them you don't need anyway. What you do need is a running back, Josh Jacobs. You're not going to get Kyron Williams. You're not probably going to get, you might get Jahmyr Gibbs or Monty, one or the other, but you need somebody strong. You need to take somebody from someone. And hopefully, who you're taking Josh Jacobs away from, they have other running backs, and hopefully they're hurting where you're trying to give them these 3 players for one. Is it like, why are you trying to give me all these? Yeah, it is. I am. I'm trying to cough up all these players to you for your one. I'm not trying to hurt you. This is a beautiful trade because neither Metcalf, Neighbors, or Olave's numbers will go up or down. They're going to stay right where they are. So you're getting a receiver, right? Then they're going to get a back, a lower end back. Yes, we ain't lying about that. Tony Pollard is a lower end back, but he's the starting back. So there go your value numbers there. And then you're throwing in what? McBride or Kyle Pitts. And you're telling this dude, hey, I just need your running back. And guess what? If you don't want to bite, move on to Saquon. Move on to Gibbs. Move on to Kyron Williams. Just move on from there. That's all you can do. Use the same 3 tactics. Just move on. Somebody's going to cough up a running back to you. You feel me? But your roster is well sought at that you can basically, you got Love as your quarterback. You're good there. You have other receivers. You're good there. At this part of the season, we're just trying to secure players to secure more wins and get us to the playoffs. So yeah, I use 3. It's a 3 for 1 trade that you're going to have to do because you need a strong running back. That's the issue. You need a number 1 running back, and that's what Josh Jacobs is. And who to start in the flex? Metcalf, Olave, or Pollard? Well, it depends because you may not have them. That all depends. If you have Metcalf on the team, put him in the flex. If you have Olave, put him in the flex. You have Sam Darnold as well. That's fine. That's fine. He's your backup. You got Love. That's all that matters. J-Lo, that's got to be. I think it's a 10-man. I think it's a 10-man with another person or two that may have had auto drafts because Buddy's got some loaded receivers. I smell a couple auto drafts went on in there. All right, let's see. George. Well, I was gonna even try to package Amon-Ra, Devontae, and Ferguson for AJ Brown and Garrett Wilson. I don't see the point of trading Devontae for Wilson. That's my issue. Devontae's the better receiver. No, I would just do a straight up AJ for Amon-Ra. I would keep Adams. Yeah, he's a better receiver than Garrett Wilson. Let me tell you a little story. Let's take it back a bit. Because you can tell when somebody's getting the ball forced to them. When they got all these catches and all these yards and no win. Yeah, I remember that back in the preseason when Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson had a little spat. You want to know what that spat was about? Now, I don't call myself coach for a reason. I call myself coach because I am a coach. What happened was, y'all know who Aaron Rodgers' best friend on the Jets is? It's not on the offense. It's Mr. Saucy. Has anybody known the importance of Mr. Saucy? That sauce is sticky. And you're not going nowhere, buddy. You're pretty much shut down all game. Yeah, he's amazing. What you think happened to Garrett Wilson at practice? That would, I don't know, tick off Aaron Rodgers. Maybe his receiver wasn't getting open because his best friend was making his number one receiver at the time look a little mushy. And Garrett Wilson really didn't look like a number one receiver. He didn't. That's what happened. That's why it was very imperative that they went and got somebody else. Because it wasn't Garrett Wilson. Not yet, anyway. You're fine with what you got. The Amon-Ra for the AJ, that's perfect. Keep Adams on your team. Here's the reason why. Him and Garrett Wilson are going to have pretty much the same numbers. And what I mean by that is they both can go off one game. One will go off and one won't. And if that happens, who would you rather have? I'd rather have Adams. Because I don't think Saucy is out there making Adams look like a number 3 receiver. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. My team is Jordan Love, Amon-Ra, Devontae, Walker, Mixon, Nakua, Njoku, Chase Brown, Tyron Tracy, Ferguson on the bench, Nico Collins. The Nico Collins one. That's where it's at. Okay. And you have Bo Nix and Stafford. Oh, good. Okay. So you don't need a. Okay. No, it's Sam that needs a quarterback. It's Sam that needs a quarterback. Let's see here. To be honest with you, no. If you're the only beefing up you have is an Amon-Ra for AJ Brown. Yeah, I think that's the only thing you're going to get value for. I was trying to see if I can get you another running back or another receiver, but no, it's going to have to be a straight up Amon-Ra for AJ Brown. Well, we got Jay. I can also trade Metcalf and Darnold for Connors and Nix. I do like that too. I do like that because I like Connor. Let me look at something real quick. Here's why I'm gonna tell you I like Connor, because I have Trey Benson who ain't doing a doggone thing because Connor won't get hurt or fumble. So I got this rookie running back on my bench doing nothing because this guy won't just stop playing good ball. No, man, can't hit him in doing good, man. Yeah, man. Chargers. I mean, Cardinals don't even have a hard schedule going. The rest of the way. Like, I don't know. That might be a good trade too. Metcalf and Darnold for Connors and Bo Nix. Because I like Bo. I spooked. I've been waiting. I left him on the waiver wire. I did. Let me tell y'all a little secret about Coach. I just want you guys to know where Coach's head be at. sometimes. When do you guys think I hit the waiver wire? Like, what time of the day you guys think I hit the waiver wire? You think I'm at the waiver wire Tuesday, Wednesday morning, Thursday? Or Sunday? Because look, if ain't nothing there for me, I ain't gonna take it. I got a roster already. I know how to draft. I don't scurry to the waiver wire. Here's the thing. What you scurry to the waiver wire for? Well, what you've dropped, obviously, I have to wait 2 days anyway for me to see if I even want that player. I'm not sitting here about to scratch my head and go crazy about trying to be a waiver wire sniper at 2:00 in the morning. I got a job. I got people to feed. I got to get some sleep. So I just know football. I have to plan ahead. I have to be brilliant. It's the only way. So, no, I don't scurry to the waiver wires. Okay. I will grab what's there if I know the value is worth it. If it ain't, and I'm in a 14-team league. Now, mind you, I missed pretty much all the waivers. I barely get anything to scrabble up, right? And I'm 5-3 with the number one in points at 1,026. And we are in week 9. I'm just saying. But yeah, I do like to check. Oh, that's right. I picked up Bo Nix off the waiver wire. I waited. I even told somebody in our league, hey, man, you should pick up Bo Nix. I don't tell you people not to do something if I wouldn't do it. I'm telling you to do it. You know, I've been trying to get people to do what I tell them to do so I don't win. Like, I'm trying to make it a challenge for myself. Like, I tell you all these things if you're in my league that I didn't want to be in the first place, because I don't want to take your money, but you gave it to me. I give you all this stuff, so I don't take it because I will. That's why I'm telling you. Oh, I like this guy. Oh, he gonna be a beast. Oh, Josh Jacobs with the Green Bay running offense is gonna be amazing. Obviously, I don't have Josh. Why? Because somebody listened to me and they scooped him up real quick. They didn't scoop up Gibbs and they didn't scoop up Williams. I don't know why. I got them both, and I was the 9th pick in a 14-team league. Running back will always be my strategy. It will never fail. So, Bo Nix is a great trade for. I like it. It's Amon-Ra that's been disappointing me. He's gotten like 17-point ceiling and a half PPR. I agree, and that is why I said, because again, he got a lot of mouths to feed over there in Detroit. It's a lot. It's between him, the 2 running backs, Sam Laporta, Speedy Williams over there. It's a lot of mouths, bro. It's a lot of mouths. That defense is also hungry for turnovers and touchdowns. So it's a lot of mouths over there. So yeah, you are very, very, very intelligent by ditching Amon-Ra for AJ Brown for a higher ceiling, basically with AJ. Absolutely brilliant. And every single last one of you in that come to coach every week, that come and watch me every week, watch me run my mouth, listen to all this great advice I give you, I challenge every single last one of you. If you were in an 8-man league this year, move up to a 10 to 12. If you were in a 10-man league this year, move up to a 12 to 14. If you were in a 12-man, you can stay there. 12 to 14 is hard enough. You can stay there. But me, I moved up to 14. I don't do nothing. I do nothing lower than a 14-team league. I'm sorry. I can't do it anymore. I can't do ends. If I do it, I'm doing it with like family, friends. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure the draft is live. And I'm going to make sure I tell everybody in the draft who to draft. So that way I don't take everybody from you. Because then it won't be fun. Let me waiver wire scramble. You know, I have fun doing that. I don't want to have a deep roster and just go under. I don't want to be undefeated. That is boring. That means I'm not looking at my roster. You know how fun it was last week to set my lineup, have a broken phone, and have to go to work at 9 in the morning It'd be at 9, so I got there 8:30. I ain't get home till now. I was 9:30 at night. I working late that day. We had to feed a lot of people on Sunday. So that means I didn't get to check my roster all day because I didn't have a phone. I ain't get to check my roster. And I came home and checked my laptop. I got a ghost win. I went 5-3 without even watching. Because that's the faith and trust that coach got in his roster. You either gonna win or lose. But I have to set up the best valuable points on my roster that I knew by what they do, the skills they have, who their quarterback is, what they've done. All I can do is set the lineup, man. Ain't no ifs and after. No, you've been doing this all week. For 3 weeks straight, you starting. You gave me a donut. Take it behind to the bench. It's that simple. I ain't got time to guess or well, maybe this time. No, ain't no well, maybe. No, you should have did it last time. Sit on the bench. Take a breather. Hey, Julian, how you doing, my man? Are you new? If you're new, I need you to hit that like, subscribe, and share button, Pimp. All right, what we got? Should I accept Drake London for D. Smith and Nick Chubb? My other receivers are Brian Thomas, Courtland Sutton. His numbers are horrible. I wish you would have got rid of him. And Jackson Smith and Igba. So you're going to receive Drake London, and you're giving up Devontae Smith and Nick Chubb. You got Christian McCaffrey, who's coming back, ETN, James Conner, cool, Jordan Mason, and Rico Dow. I mean, your running backs are pretty decent. So you're receiving Smith and Chubb. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Nope. Don't do that trade. Not at all. Here's why you can't do that trade. Devontae Smith, have you seen his numbers? Well, what are you literally getting out of that? Unless there's something I'm not seeing. Now, don't bite off that 20 points last week. Don't do that. Don't do that. How about this? Make it a 2 for 3. I want you to see if you can get Courtland Sutton off your team. And make it Drake London and Courtland Sutton. Let me see, for Devontae Smith, Nick Chubb, and let's see if you can see if there's another. Actually, I don't know. No, go ahead. I like the trade. Hey, I'm sorry. I know you're new to the show. I'm glad you're watching, but guess what you get? You drafted Diggs. And it's not fair. You ain't been watching Coach since Coach has always said never touch Diggs because he's a half a season receiver. But you did draft him, and something told you in your belly deep down, should you take this pick, and you took it anyway. I have to laugh at you for the Diggs one. People need to stay away from that guy. As bad as well as they need to stay away from Calvin Ridley. I'm so sorry you lost Diggs. I do have to laugh at you because you took him. But let's fix the problem in the same time. Devontae Smith would be a replacement for Diggs. And then you're grabbing Nick Chubb, which is good. And all you got to cough up is Drake London. It makes you weary about the trade because it makes me weary too. Because I'm not big on Devontae Smith, but his numbers aren't there. Put it this way, his numbers are about the same in value as Stephon Diggs. And at least you'll get those Devontae Smith numbers like the rest of the way, not when it gets cold outside and all of a sudden somebody don't want to show up. So I would say, man, it's that Courtland Sutton one that's bothering me too, because it's just like, yeah, you're getting Devontae Smith, but you still have a hole sitting there with Sutton and ETN. That's my biggest problem. And Dow, because golly, all three of them suck. This is a yes. If you can make this trade, this is a yes. Again, I'm looking at Devontae Smith's value as the same and increasingly a little bit higher than Stephon Diggs. That's what I see. And then you're just adding value with Nick Chubb that will basically, you might be able to, you might be able to just drop ETN if Nick Chubb goes off well enough this back half of the season, because your other running backs are pretty good. So you should be just fine right there. Let's see, the other receivers he has are Kupp, DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson, and Khalil Shakir. No, Khalil Shakir. He's loaded up on running backs with Henry, Hall, and Walker. He's loaded up on running backs with Henry. Damn, everybody else. He's loaded up with Henry. Bye, baby. Love you. All right. You also have Brooks. Oh, okay. Henry, Hall, and Walker. Yeah, he's loaded with just Henry. Let's see. His other receivers, Kupp, Moore, Deontay Johnson, and Shakir. You're not going to get any of those. Crap. But you are helping him if you give him Drake London. You may have to let me see something. You know, you might be able to sneak Kupp. You might. Try to see if you can get Kupp and Chubb. I would go with that one. Try to see for Kupp and Chubb. Should I also add Sutton? Okay, now we're talking. Okay, we're talking. You got to give up a little bit more, right? What you can do is give up Drake London because his running backs are good, right? Now, I'll be honest with you, his receivers are crap. So what you could do is you could give him Drake London and Courtland Sutton, right? For Cooper Kupp. Let him keep Deontay Johnson. For Cooper Kupp and Nick Chubb. I like Kupp over Devontae Smith, because Kupp's ceiling will be higher than both Smith and Diggs basically. So yeah, do it that way. See if you can do Drake London and Courtland Sutton for Cooper Kupp and Nick Chubb. Yeah, see if that works out for you. All right, where are we? All right, so we spent half the show, which I love. So always, guys, I love when you guys come on here, because we spent about a good 30, 40 minutes just talking about you guys' lineups, getting you guys ready for the week. So that is the plus of this show. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to do a little bit of parlaying, and then we are going to end today's show. because we already got our we did our lineups. We talked about our lineups and everything. So we're going to talk some money, see if we can win us some change, and then that'll be it for today. I do not have a show for tomorrow. I'm so sorry because I do got to go to work at 9 in the morning tomorrow, so I got to be there early. So I will be back after today. We'll be back next Tuesday, of course, or next Wednesday, next Tuesday or Wednesday. But for now, we're going to go on a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
Hey, right, welcome back. Oops, I put my password in wrong. So as we did, we discussed some fantasy lineups, and now we are going to discuss some money lines. Yes, sir. Where's my manner? Bing, bing, bing. Parlay party. That's right. All right, let's see here. You text my phone the code. What we got? Sweet. I don't understand because let's see if it works now. I can do it on my phone. I'm just trying to get this thing access on my computer, but it always keeps telling me it made me download this doggone converter. What is this thing called? Player locator to make sure I'm in the right state, I guess, to gamble. I can do it from my phone just fine. Do it on my computer and tell me I'm not in the right state. I have no idea about technology and stuff like that, bro. All right. 7. I think I'm gonna let you do it in right. That's weird. So I can only do it from one device at a time, I guess. Oh, it doesn't matter. So let us look at what we got here. So we got tonight's game. We got Houston and the Jets. I will be at Maxwell's watching the game later today, if anybody is going to be there. We have all right. The spread for the Texans is -110. So they got a +2 and -2 for the Jets. The over-under for this game is 42. Ooh, that's a tough one. That's tough. That's what, 28-17? Let's go do some math real quick. $28 plus 17. That's 45. Hey, babe. You taking the over-under for the Jets and Texans is 42.5. Texans winning. What's the over? The 42 is the total of both teams scoring. Like when you put the points together. Like if the one team had 17, the other team had 20. So like right now, I'm saying a team will have 28 and the other one will have 17. I'm thinking it's going to be 45. So would you take the over, or do you think somebody's going to score less than 28-17? They are playing. Ooh, good question. They are playing in New York at the Jets. It is okay, Google. What's the weather tonight in New York?
Tonight in New York, the forecast is around 71 and partly cloudy.
71 and cloudy in New York. Yeah. All right, I'm taking Houston for the win, and I'm taking the over 42. I think it's going to be a nice scoring game. I'm going to take the over on that one. I'm not going to touch the spread. I don't care who covers the spread. I'm not good with the spread yet, guys. Those ones I leave alone, but I like to take the over under, and I like to take the winner. Let's see. Player props. What do we have for player props? For passing, we got Aaron Rodgers over under 232 yards passing. Let's check the numbers on that real quick. Let's see what Aaron has done. He's a home game. They kind of have to win. This is a big game for them. Let's see. Aaron Rodgers. No, not Aaron Jones. Let's see. Aaron Rodgers. Up to date, he has thrown 167, 176, 281, 225, 242, 294, 276, and 233. So he had 233 in a loss to New England. He had 276 in a loss to Pittsburgh. And he had 294 in a loss to Buffalo. All three of them have defenses. And he had 225 in a loss to Denver. And they're saying that the over-under for Aaron Rodgers tonight is 232. I'm going to take the over on that. CJ Stroud, the over-under for Stroud is 221. So let's take a look at Stroud. All right. So Stroud up to date, 234, 260, 215, 345, 331, 192, 86, and 285. And they have his over under at 221. I'm going to take the under on CJ Stroud's 221. I think he'll only have like 215, 217. The Jets defense is real good. Okay, Google. What is the average passing yards allowed on the Jets defense?
I don't know, but I found
There you
the
do.
results on search.
That's what I'm looking for. The New York Jets have 180 opponent passing yards per game. What? Yo, I'm taking the under. Okay, Google. How many yards has the Houston Texans defense allowed?
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
Okay, Google. How many yards do the Houston Texans give up per game?
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
There you are. They give up 220 passes per game. So, yeah, I'm going to take the over on Aaron Rodgers, and I'm going to take the under on CJ Stroud. I like it. Yeah, baby. Yeah. So this is a 4-bet parlay. I'm just doing tonight's game. This is for me. I'm not going to go over other games. Passing touchdowns. We got Aaron Rodgers over under 1.5. I'm going to take the over that. CJ Stroud over under. I'm also going to take the over 1.5 on that. To record 325 passing yards, I'm not taking anywhere near that. To record 200 passing yards, no, I'm not going there. Okay. Receiving. Oh, these are tough. So Garrett Wilson over under 61. Tank Dell over under 56. Ooh. Devontae Adams over under 55. I would take the over on Devontae Adams. Over 55 yards. Absolutely. That's a give me. I don't care what anybody says. He's going to have over 55 yards against the Texans. Okay. Nope, those are the. Oh, I got a 7-bet. Nah, let's keep going. Let's go for rushing. I'm gonna have fun with this game. No. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep this one as a 5-bet parlay, but I'm gonna take my player props off of this one. I'll keep one. No, I got 3 of them, right? Because I want to do multiple parlays for tonight's game. And I want to just do, you know what? That's fine. Because I can do it this way. I won't do player props. Let's go look at what we got. So we got the over under, the Texans to win. Oh, we're going to keep the passing touchdowns. Yeah, I'll keep those. That's what it was. I'll keep the touchdowns. Yeah, so we're going to leave this one as a 4-bet parlay. That way, we can do player props on another ticket. Big Mac Brad, what we got? Willing to deal all these players for a better quarterback. Kareem Hunt, Waddle, DJ Moore, and Chubb. What quarterback should I be going for? First question, who is your quarterback? Who is your backup quarterback? And what quarterbacks do you currently have on the waiver wire? And what is your current record? I'll be here talking parlays until you get all that information for me so we can move forward on that. All right. Jared Goff and Geno. You need a better quarterback. I wonder why. Who keeps saying Jared Goff? Let me leave Jared alone. I know it's not Geno, but not everybody we run their mouth about Jared Goff. And Jared Goff ain't been putting up like great numbers. Like Jared Goff ain't out here just killing it. I mean, Jared Goff put up what, an 18 for 18, and everybody went crazy, right? Oh, Jared Goff. I digress. He's 7-1. You just trying to steal. You lost Fields. Okay. Who's on the wire? Who's on your wire? You have a Bo Nix out there on the wire. You can live with Goff for now, but a Baker Mayfield throwing to everybody is not a bad thing to have if he's on the waiver wire as well. Not this week. Don't play Baker Mayfield against the Chiefs. Don't do that. Do not abuse yourself mentally like that. Don't do that to yourself. Who else is out there? Yeah, because you coughing up all those players for a quarterback that's a lot. Bo Nix, Herbert, Oh, you got a quarterback, Bo Nix. You ain't got to trade nobody. Go get Bo Nix. Did you not see the 29 he put up last week? And he is actually progressing each and every week. And don't be scared just because you see, oh my God, it's the Ravens. No. What is one thing we've learned this year about the Ravens? Oh, well, when a Kansas City Chiefs team with I don't give a damn that it was week one. I could care less because the last time I saw something in week one and said what was going to happen, it happened. I.e., I don't know, Clyde Edwards-Helaire got drafted. He got the ball in week one on game one Thursday night 4 times in a row on the goal line, and he couldn't put it in. And where has Clyde Edwards-Helaire been since? And I looked at that game, and the minute he got the ball the 4th time and didn't cross 1 yard to get to the goal line, I said, "Oh, Chiefs ain't making it to the Super Bowl," and they did not. They did not, or they didn't win. So, Bo Nix against what my point was when the Chiefs can come out and run the same play 4 times in each quarter and beat you up in the middle of the field with the same play 4 times in each quarter. They weren't running any play. They ran the same play for the one time it didn't work is the pick that the Ravens got. And that was because Patrick threw it off his back foot. So, oh no, that defense they have a good run defense, absolutely. But that Ravens defense, why do you think they're beefing up the offense so much? That Ravens defense is not what people think it is. It's good, but I think Bo Nix throwing in the middle of the field, throwing outside, I think Bo Nix he'll be fine. Is he going to get you 29 points this week? No, that's probably not going to happen. He'll probably get you 23. So I would go with drop Geno for Bo Nix. Absolutely. That is the key right there. We don't need Winston. I mean, we don't need Geno no more. Geno's time has come. Yeah, if we're gonna find somebody to drop, go get somebody young that actually has a higher ceiling and upside for the rest of the season. I mean, Herbert's okay, but if he's still on the wire right now, that's good for you. That means you ain't got to trade nobody. And you see, you have Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Olave, Waddle, Brian Thomas. I love the kid. DJ Moore. You got Saquon, Jonathan Taylor, Hunt, and Chuck. What? That's why you're 7-1. And Tracy. That's why I'm looking to trade. And you don't need to. You don't need to. You want to know why? Because you can make it to the championship with this roster right here and the subpar quarterback play that you have. That's the point. That's the point. You don't need a top-tier quarterback to but you need, honestly, you do need Jared Goff's 18 points. You want to know why? Because Amon-Ra's 23, Olave's 18, Waddle's hopefully more than 15, just depending on where the ball goes. But Brian Thomas is 25, Saquon's 30, Jonathan Taylor's 23. You see where I'm going with this? Those points will supplement. Oh, and if you had Washington's defense right now, that'd be amazing. But those types of points supplement your quarterback getting 18, your quarterback getting 17, your quarterback getting 20. You got a lot of players on this roster that can pretty much eat up the rest of the points. You ain't got nobody on as long as you don't have a starting quarterback, a starting receiver, or a starting running back, as long as they're not getting you 12s, 10s, if your flex is getting you that's their job. If your tight end is getting you that's his job. But you don't want your 1s and your 2s and your mains down the points you can't have it that low. You are just fine. Yeah, it's drop Bo Nix. I mean, drop Geno for Bo Nix. There it is. You got what I said? You think my coach? Nice. Yeah, I ain't dropped Washington. I've dropped them once because I forgot who else. I want to go pick the Rams up one week because the matchup was good. The Rams defense just showed me that week that they're not a forceful defense, if that makes sense. Like, so I was like, yeah, I can't rock with y'all. Yeah, like you guys are gonna get me like 7 points every week. You know, you'll start off here looking good, but they don't get turnovers. They don't create anything. You know what I mean? They don't get points on defense. So, you know, with Washington, I mean, I'm getting sacks, I'm getting picks. You know, they're having a good time on defense. I'm having a good time watching them do it. Even if they give me a little 10-9, like, all right, y'all coughed up a touchdown late. I could sacrifice that. That's cool. But Washington's defense right now, you know what? I'm glad I picked them up because I sure missed out on the Bears. I wish I had the Bears defense right now, man. Golly. Them boys playing some good football. Yeah, Brock Bowers at tight end too. That's why you 7-1. That's exactly why you 7-1. All right. So no, there is no trade whatsoever that needs to be made here. You don't need to cough up not one of them players. If you want to be pretty with it, if it's just another player you like that's not a quarterback, like, okay, give me a list of quarterbacks you would want to trade for. That's a good question I should ask you. What type of quarterbacks is it out there that you would cough up players that you would have to have? Because for me, it would have to be Lamar Jackson, which you're not going to get. It would have to be Josh Allen, which you're not going to get. You might be able to get Jordan Love. Maybe. It would be a 3-for-1, but that's a lot. You might be able to get who's out there playing great? Because I pretty much listed everybody else that you would necessarily want, because you got Goff, who's on a winning team right now. I almost got Kareem Hunt and DJ Moore for Hurst. Hurst, that's a good one to have. Yeah. Ooh. When somebody he didn't want it. Oh, he couldn't cough up Hurst. He couldn't cough up Hurst. You maybe, you know what? And right there, if Hurst is who you want, wow, picking up Bo Nix on the waiver wire. See, now we're wheeling and dealing. So if Hurst is who you want, if you can have Hurst and Saquon on the same team, my God. Okay, and maybe that's why he didn't want to give it to you, because you got Saquon. However, there's a where there's a will, there's a way. And I see a couple of new tugs that might get you Hurst. All right, so what other tight ends are out there that you can say goodbye to those wonderful, wonderful Brock Bowers points and supplement half? You gotta look at it at half. Who on the waiver wire at tight end will give you half of Bowers? You got to take it that way, because that's going to get you Hurst. It's going to be Brock Bowers. It's going to be Kareem Hunt. And it's going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah. It's going to be Brock Bowers, Kareem Hunt, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. That is the only way you will get Hurst. All right, you have Goddard on the bench. Waiver wire tight end is kind of dead. The best one is Jonnu Smith. He is not the best one. Goddard on the bench. That's a low risk. Oh. And he has, dang it, the guy with Hurst has pissed. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't cough up Brock Bowers. Nope. So what you're going to have to do is shed a tear and move on. There's nothing we can do right now, because you cannot go the rest of the way with Goddard. That's why I asked if there was anything that could give you half of Bowers on that wire. You just said the wire is dead. We cannot let go of Bowers. Sorry, just can't do it. And if we can't let go of Bowers, we do not have enough to push for the Hurst trade. So we're gonna have to shed that tear and just move on and whoop his ass with Saquon and everybody else. we're gonna have to let Goff be a hero. We're gonna have to let Goff be the hero of your team, bro. Again, you got Bo Nix, which is great off the waiver wire. And look, to have Herbert and Drake May and Jameis Winston out there on the waiver wire as just other options, you're fine. You're being greedy, and ain't nothing wrong with being greedy. This is a petty sport, and like you said, it's right here. Where's the no, not wrong one. Where you at? Right there. If you can have Hurst and Saquon on the same team, my God, you absolutely right. And that is through the works of the gods that they just deem it's not necessary for you at 7-1 to continue to cream the crop and beat up everybody else and dogfight them. It's just they don't want you to do it. They don't want you to do it. They want your wins to look good. They even want you to be behind some points and then you just triumphantly beat somebody on Monday night. But you can't do that if you soak up all the players on your team. It just doesn't make it fun. So the football gods have deemed that this trade will not be able to it won't, because the fact that dude got Pitts on the other side, and I'm telling you, I had Pitts and I dropped him. And boy, if it wasn't for Otten, I'd be a little upset that I let go of Pitts. So no. You gotta keep the balance of Bowers to balance out Pitts because when y'all fight come, it's gonna come down. Even if Bowers doesn't beat out Pitts, it's the fact that Bowers still got Bowers points and you're still going to get the win, no matter what Pitts scored. You see what I'm saying? Somebody offered me A-Chain and Kyler. Oh, Kyler Murray? I thought you were about to say, I'm thinking Kyler. I got excited. Kyler Murray. No, for Jonathan Taylor a few weeks ago, I think I should have accepted it. Maybe not. It's a long season. Players go, especially with running backs, they go up and down. A-Chain it's not like he's been lights out. Everybody got excited because what? Tua came back? Okay, what happened? Nothing. They barely scored. They could barely score. And then they lost. By 6. No. What did they lose by? I gotta go back and look. But no. I've scored 170 points 3 times. Bruh, you don't need Hurst. You are greedy. You are a greedy, wonderful fantasy football player. You don't need Hurst. You don't need no Hurst. You fine. That's it. You're gonna win this league, and then you're gonna laugh at everybody for the simple fact you won with Jared Goff and Bo Nix. That's a win in its own. They lost to a game. Oh, that's right. They lost by, it was a 3-point. That's right. Game-winning field goal. Or it could have been, let me see. Okay, Google, what was the score last week for the Miami Dolphins?
The Dolphins lost 16-10 on
16-10, so it was a 6-point. That's what it was, 16-10. Well, there's another 71 team that's loaded. So there's 2 of y'all. Who's his quarterback? That's the question. All right, let's check out a couple of more parlays. I gotta save some money because my son wants to do some NBA. So let's look at the rest of the week, right? Are we doing anything with that Dallas and Atlanta game? Maybe, I'm not sure. Denver and Baltimore. They got the ooh. I'm taking the under in this game. They have it at 46.5. I'm going to take the under in that game. I'm going to take the Ravens for the win against the Broncos. Let's see here. LA and the Cleveland Browns. They got the over-under at 43. Oh, he's got Josh Allen. I got Josh Allen. I don't know what to tell you. Oh man, he's got Josh Allen, Kamara, Kyron, Jettas, Kupp, Laporta, Lord Jesus. And the worst part about it is you match up with him with golf. And the only reason why is because of how many people you got. But if you tried to cough up anything more than 2 people for Hurst, you're gonna kill your team, especially going up against this dude. And it's literally because of Allen, Kyron, Jettas, and Kupp. Those 4 right there are his point leaders. Kamara is, but he's more in the middle consistent area. And McLaurin, the fact that he's got McLaurin in a time where McLaurin is playing great football, like, buddy, you might. He is truly gonna be a force to deal with. I agree. He's gonna be a force to deal with. Okay. Let's see. Back. We won't do Kupp and Chubb for London and Sutton. He rather do a 3 for 2 that doesn't include Kupp. Okay. Let's take it back to you, Julian. Let's go look. Drake London and Smith. He doesn't want to give up Kupp. Okay. Too easy. You wanted Deontay Johnson. So see if you can do. He'd rather do a 3 for 2. So he wants 3 of your players, but doesn't want to give up Kupp. All right, let me process this. I need you to get Sutton off your team. That's the biggest thing. Okay. That's fine. Okay. He wants. Hey, you know what? If Buddy want to act like that for a 3 for 2, this is what we do. Because the biggest part about this trade is we are getting who? Chubb and another receiver. That's the biggest thing. You're giving up London, so we need another receiver. If you want to give us Kupp, that's fine. So give him Drake London, Cortland Sutton, and Rico Dow. No. Don't give him Rico Dow. Don't give him Rico Dow. Give it. We're gonna make it sweet. We're gonna make it sweet. Actually, he will give you Kupp if you give him Christian McCaffrey, but it's if you want to give up Christian McCaffrey or not. And if you don't want to give up Christian McCaffrey, this is not a force for that. Keep him if you want him, but you need to give up ETN. That's the third one. If he wants to do a 3 for 2, give him Drake London, give him Cortland Sutton, and give him ETN. Get them trashes off your roster. And here's why you're going to give up Drake London. The rock is being shared a little bit more, so his numbered value, targets value is going to go down. Do you see how quickly he can get the ball to Darnell Mooney? Do you see how much he's feeding Kyle Pitts now? Let's get rid of low numbers and let's bring on some high numbers. So yeah, that 3 for 2, if that's what he wants, give him London, give him Sutton, and give him ETN. And you take Chubb and Deontay Johnson. How about that? Oh, he wants to give you 3? No, don't do Smith. Do you could. You could do Smith, Chubb, and Shakir. I just don't care for Shakir too much, and I feel like you're bringing on Shakir, and he's gonna fill up the roster with ETN and Sutton over there. Oh no, you get rid of Sutton, but he's basically just like it's almost like you're trading Shakir for Sutton, and it's just like I don't know. Who is it on his team that you're trying to secure? Because if you're just trying to get Smith and Chubb, so if you want Deontay Johnson and Chubb, and you're gonna give him Shakir, London, and Sutton. No, don't give him Shakir. Don't give him Shakir. Keep Shakir. Give him ETN. Give him ETN. And see if you can do. I mean, if you want Smith, that's fine. That's fine if you want Smith. I wasn't thinking Deontay Johnson, but if you want Smith, that's fine. But don't give him Shakir. Give him ETN. Take ETN. You don't need ETN on your roster. It's a waste of space. You don't need it. Not at all. So if that's the 3 for 2 that he wants, I can do that. So he had the 8th pick and got Jettas. That was smart. That was smart, especially if it wasn't a value running back at the 8th pick. That was real smart. All right, fellas. Well, that's it for today's show. We had almost a 2-hour show, and most of it was talking to you guys about football. Shakir instead of Johnson. Well, I would no. You mean because you want Deontay Johnson, right? And I wouldn't. I don't want. Let me see. Let me see. Where was your comment? So I make sure I looked at that roster correctly. So you have Sutton, Jackson Smith, and Nigba. You're losing Diggs. You're the one that lost Diggs. Okay, and they have Kupp, Ward, Johnson, and Shakir. No. You don't need Shakir. Okay, so that's correct. You don't need Shakir. If he doesn't want to give you Kupp, that's fine. It's between Devontae Smith and Deontay Johnson that you're receiving with Nick Chubb. And if you have to do, you get 3, he gets 2. So now you don't need Shakir. Let's see. Yeah, take Shakir. Take Shakir. Yep, do that. Do the 3 for 2. Because I don't think he knows what he's giving up at Shakir. I forgot. Oh boy, I forgot Amari Cooper went over there, and it actually is helping the receiving core out so much better. So yeah, you do the 3. You take that 3 for 2. Give him Sutton and London, and you take Chubb, Deontay. That's where I would go ahead and take Devontae Smith. Don't be greedy, and that way you can get Shakir. Absolutely. So that's the 3 for 2 that you get, and then you can just drop ETN. No, don't do the original. Do the 3 for 2. You get 3. He gets 2. Should I start Goff or Bo Nix then? Ooh, good question. Well, Bo Nix is playing the Ravens, so I do like that matchup. Let me see who Goff is playing. Goff is playing Green Bay. Better defense in Green Bay. and it's their first divisional matchup. Oh, and it's a fight for first place. That's right. This game it's a fight for first place. Let me see. I'm going to start Bo Nix against Baltimore. He is behind one of the best defenses in the league. He's had 2 bad games he's had 2 bad games out of 8 where he scored under 10 points. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna start Bo Nix. I'm gonna go risky with it, but I'm gonna start Bo Nix this week. I have no faith in the Ravens defense. I've said that all year long. It's not good. It's not what the Ravens defense we've known for it to be. So no, I have no trust in them. Smith, Chubb, and Johnson for London and Sutton. Perfect. If you can get that, if you can get that, that'd be perfect. Absolutely. I didn't mention it. I didn't know guy would be foolish enough to allow that, and he's over here worried about Kupp. And you're about to cough up Deontay Johnson and Devontae Smith. Okay, have fun with Kupp. So yeah, if he makes that trade, oh, you owned him. I'm sorry, I was trying not to go big like that, but if he takes that trade, buddy, you're well on your way to a wonderful championship in fantasy football. All right, fellas, I enjoyed today. Again, if you need to talk to me on just the show's about to end, right? I'm about to cut off. We're about to go to, we'll be back next week, right? But look, if you need to reach Coach, give me a second. Maybe people need to see it to believe it. So you guys can follow me at fantasy. No. Yeah, I'm tripping. That's my Instagram. What is that? My doggone TikTok. And let's see here. Where's my Twitter? And this is so you guys can basically contact me whenever you need. Where's my? I just don't remember because I'm barely on. But if you contact me, I'll be on there. And here is my Twitter. I'm not calling it Crap X. I still call it Twitter. That one is my old handle, which is at OTF Podcast. But I need to change that. For right now, I'm going to leave it at there. There we go. TikTok. and Instagram. All right, right there. That is where you can catch Coach, and you can message me, direct message me on any one of those three platforms. And if you send me a direct message about anything that has to do with fantasy, anything with parlays, anything like that, I don't care. I will hit you. And I may not be like directly, but obviously Coach has a life outside of this, right? But no, if you hit me up, I will be glad to answer your questions at any time, give you my advice of what I believe you should do. That's what I'm here for, not just for this show. You have Coach on your hip in your back pocket for the rest of the life that you have playing fantasy football. I ain't going nowhere. FFC's not going anywhere. This is what I do, and I'm doing it forever. So keep me where you need me. I'm here for you guys, right? So enjoy. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful, wonderful Halloween. Enjoy the candy. Don't get too fat and too full. Hold on. We got one more. See, bam. I went and checked right before I walked out. We got offered. Who is this? Franco. I hope I said it correctly. We got offered Lamar and Henry and Evans for Jameis, Jefferson, and in the Superflex League. Other quarterback is Daniels. Other running backs are Pollard, and other receivers are Deontay, Waddle, and Dale. And you got Brees. Okay, and you got Brees. No. Wait. They want to give you Lamar and Henry? For Lamar? Okay, so they want to give you Lamar. They want to give you Lamar and Evans for Jameis, Jefferson, and Brees. Lamar, Henry, and Evans for Jameis, Jefferson, and Brees. And you would be giving up Jameis, Jefferson, and Brees. Who the hell on Jameis Winston? Who the hell? Hell yeah! Well, you getting a two-headed, unbeatable monster, and then you get Mike Evans coming off IR. Absolutely, because ain't nobody getting the ball. It's K. Dotton over there, and I'm hoping K. Dotton do it for me until Mike Evans get back, because they ain't got nothing. Without Chris Godwin, they got nothing. So yeah, hey, if he think he getting something on you, oh boy, it's almost like hell. Take Jefferson off my platter, because that Vikings offense is about to hit rock bottom. I'm telling y'all, people don't look. And 5 games look real good. They really did. Then they went on the bye week. And what has happened since that bye week? Anybody know? Oh, they've lost. Oh, okay. And you know what's going to happen again this week? Oh, they're going to lose again against not Brokeback. I'm sorry. Respect on that man's name. Old man Flacco. Yeah, he's going to put a beating on the Minnesota Vikings. I'm so sorry. It's going to happen. So that's going to be 3 straight games that the Minnesota Vikings have lost. It's going to get frustrating in that locker room real soon. I right now don't want any parts of frustration. What I want is a part of a winning nation. So let me get Lamar and Henry, please. Abso-freaking-lutely. Only worried about week 14 with Daniels and Lamar and Henry all on a bye. Son of a gun. That's too easy. Who is on the waiver wire? My guy. That's a week we're going to have to rock with 3 quarterbacks. And that's the week we're going to have to take whatever we can get from whatever quarterback we put in that week. We don't worry about those. We maneuver around that. It happens, okay? But right now, we're being a little greedy. And in order to be greedy, we got to sacrifice our greed. So who's on the waiver wire? Is there a Bo Nix out there? Is there a Justin Herbert out there that doesn't have the same week 14 bye? with the running backs you have, you'll be fine with your bye week with Henry out. You just really need to be worrying about who's coming in at the quarterback position in that bye week. It's a super flex, so not much quarterbacks on waivers. Best is like Carr or Daniel Jones. So guess which one you got to go with? Again, it's 1 week. It's 1 week. Week 14. We're nowhere near there. It's 1 week. And there's plenty of times for somebody to drop. It's Drake. I'm sure it's super flex. Drake May's probably going to. But yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. There's a quarterback on. If there's a quarterback in the waiver wire that's a starter that throws the football, you have a quarterback for week 14. Don't worry about that. I would make this trade to make sure I'm solidifying as many wins as I can get leading up to week 14. There's many times I tell you, no, never do that. Never had too many people at the same bye week. But I say never draft that. If you go through wire picking, you need people on your squad. Look, damn, y'all got the same wire or same bye. Well, we're gonna have to figure something out. But you just figure it out. It's not that hard. Again, we're gonna have to rock with 3 quarterbacks that week. If the roster, somebody on your roster that's the weakest link, it might be the week that we drop you, and not now. Let's say you ain't got to hold on to 3 quarterbacks right now. You do that as you get to week 14. We are in week 9. We got plenty of time. So I wouldn't put too much worry into it. I'm 3-5 now, but having Lamar and Daniels on my 2 quarterbacks will hopefully get me a lot of wins before week 4. That's the point. And that's what my worry was. You didn't have a strong record right now, but this will actually help catapult you into that. Absolutely. Because if you rock with what you got now, that's why you're 3-5, and you probably won't have too many more wins moving forward. But if you can solidify, you need a strong running back from looking at your roster, and you definitely do need another quarterback in the Superflex League. So I would definitely make the trade, secure as many wins as you can, and then we go throw a prayer up to the football guys in week 14. Oh man, hey man, look, you guys are absolutely amazing. Do you understand this show has gone on for 2 hours and we have basically talked about lineups, like not repeating anything, going over new information. New people come in and have new questions. That's what I'm here for, right? So again, I do thank you guys. Please, again, always subscribe, share, and set yourself up for notifications. So every time my show comes on, I'm right there with you guys. Oh, we got more. What we got? I could also get Kyron instead of Henry too, if you prefer that. He's available? The only running back that the Rams have, and they don't share the rock? Oh. So look, if we're being smart now, if we're scaling back our greed, if we're being a little bit more intelligent, grab the workhorse. That's Kyren Williams. So now you don't have 3 people on a bye in week 14, right? Now, because why? Oh, Kyren Williams had a bye already. How do I know? He's on my team. Yeah. So yeah, now with that, you only have to worry about a quarterback issue in your bye situation. But up till the bye situation, you still have a running back just as strong as Henry and Kyren Williams. Would you rather have Matthew Stafford or Justin Herbert as your quarterback for the rest of the season? Matthew Stafford. I'm sorry. He has Kyren Williams, who runs and catches, and he has both Puka Nacua and cutback, and now he can use his tight end the way he wants to. I'm going with Matthew Stafford all the way. Not even hands down. Herbert is okay right now, but really it's almost like all he got is Lad McConkey, and if something happens to that, then where's he going? I mean, J.K. Dobbs is running great too, but for me, Matthew Stafford was hurting without his receivers and was still looking okay. And now he's got everybody back. Absolutely. Kyron already had to buy. So you're winning right there with your wins going into week 14. So you only have a quarterback issue to worry about it. Hey, absolutely. That's what I'm here for. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is what Coach comes on this show every week to do. Set you guys up for success. Again, I'm going to say it again 5 times, 20 times, 20, 50, many times over. I am not ESPN. I am Coach. I don't go by ESPN numbers. I go by what I see when I watch the games, when I look at film, when I look at numbers. Coach puts everything together for you, okay? This is why I dislike certain players, because of what they can't put together. The numbers might look good, but you're not looking at the numbers correctly, okay? And that's what Coach is here for, to help people to do, is to decipher between what the media feeds into your brain. I like the media. I don't got time to be. I don't get paid by nobody. I do this because I like to be smart, and I like to be right all the time. That's why I do it. I'm cynical. I don't care about funds. Like, I don't get paid to do this. I could be asleep taking a nap right now. I've been on my feet 70 hours this week working at the restaurant as a kitchen man. I'm tired. And I woke up yesterday at 7 o'clock in the morning so I could come on here and do the show. And I woke up again where I could have slept in and got my behind up so I can come in and get dressed. Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. And do this wonderful show for you guys, because I do this for you, not for me. I've already done my stuff. Again, I don't even like playing. Not that I don't like playing. I don't like playing anymore because I win a lot. Like, I win fantasy football. Like, I win a lot. I want to give everything that's in this good old brain to everybody out there in the world. I want to share this wealth. This is wealth that's sitting in here. This is money. I win people championships. I won mine already. I have fun doing that. I try to make it harder for me. That's why I do nothing but 14-team leagues. I can't go I can't do anything lower. In a 14-team league right now, I am 5-3 at second place, and I am number 1 in points at 1,026. And I've not done a single trade. I have made a few drops, but everybody that I've pretty much drafted is on my roster still, minus Curtis Samuel and Kyle Pitts. That's it. That's it. Everybody else is still here. I only drafted 1 quarterback the entire time. I didn't draft 2. I drafted 1. I drafted Josh Allen, number 3. Do I have 2 quarterbacks now? Absolutely. We in week 8, week 9. We got to get somebody. Who we have? Bo Nix, right after he dropped 29 points. So we keep it moving. You feel me? Who do we drop for Bo Nix? Whittington. Why? He ain't getting the rock no more. Puka Nacua and Cupperback. You got to know how to move through the ocean with these waiver picks, man. You can't hold on to people. Why? They loving this. Ain't no love in this. Love come at the end when you get the win. I love to win, baby. Oh, man. So look, again, if you want to deal with Coach outside of this show on a regular basis, there you go. Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. There you go. Those are all 3 of my handles where you can reach me at any time. Okay. We literally, when I hang up this call, when I end this stream, and you come in and hey, I want to speak to Coach. I just want to see if it was real, Coach. You do answer. You damn right I do. That's what it's here for. I'm here for you to win games. I don't like to lose, and I don't want people that listen to me to lose. I don't like giving out wrong information. Oh, I'm supposed to give an apology to somebody. I guess I do owe Jared Goff an apology. I guess he's been playing good football, because I beat him up in the beginning of the season because I didn't think he didn't deserve that contract he got. He ain't done nothing for it, but I digress. As the way they pay people now is the way they pay people, and I guess I beat up on Kirk Cousins too. But what I will have to tell you is Kirk Cousins and Jared Goff are right now 2 quarterbacks who are absolutely playing up to their contract. So I do got to give Jared a little bit of an apology for beating him up a little bit this year, because he has been playing really well. And I ain't talking about a little 18 for 18. I don't give a damn about that. I'm actually just talking about the fact that he is playing absolute good football. He's not turning the ball over. He's completing passes. He's getting people in the end zone, and he's moving the chains. That is the important part of playing quarterback, okay? Managing the game, knowing where he needs to want to go, going where he wants to go, not making the same mistakes twice in games. So he's looked a lot better. And Coach does have to come on here and give him a good apology for beating him up too much. Now, don't go out there and have me apologize, Jared Goff, and you go out here and look like doo-doo the next 3 weeks like you usually do at the back half of the season. But we ain't going to. See, that's what I get. You're not supposed to do that. Got to uplift people. Have a great game, Goff. You all have great weeks. You all have great games. Have great with your parlays. Coach doesn't do DraftKings and stuff like that anymore. Ever since I've been on the parlays, that's where my heart has taken me. I can't do the draft lineups and try to win. I can't do tier groups anymore. I am on the money line, people. I am addicted. I love it. And I ain't won a game yet. But we will. We will. So, hey, look, Coach had a great show. I'm glad you guys had a good show. Tune in next week. Coach will be back. I'm out.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.